Good evening and welcome to GCMX News, coming to you live from our studio at GCMX Africa, Kano, Nigeria. Today, Thursday, being the 2nd March 2026, which is equivalent to 14 Shawwal 1447 after Hijrah. I am Hamza Dauda Adamu with the news. First, the news headlines. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu visited Plateau State to sympathize with residents over the recent crisis in the state. The African Democratic Congress accused the All Progressive Congress of attempting to disrupt its activities. The International Human Rights Commission called for continued public awareness on the role of the legislature to strengthen democracy. And on the foreign scene, Iran warned that the United States will pay the price after announcing plans to continue attack against Iran. And now the news in details. The Assistant Organizing Secretary of the All Progressive Congress in Kano State, Abdulsalam Ginsau, tragically died at a Chida hotels in the Utako district of Abuja. He was responsible for arranging accommodation for delegates attending the APC convention and had traveled to Abuja a day before the event to make the necessary hotels booking. Ginsau, a lawyer by profession, reportedly became trapped in a faulty elevator at the hotel on Friday, 27 March. Leading to his death, party officials only realized something was wrong when he could not be located during the convention. However, this prompted a frantic search across the city to find him. The Otako Police Division was notified of the incident, and upon visiting the hotel, party officials confirmed the body belongs to Ginsau. Therefore, the Kano State APC chairman Umar Haruna Dogwa attributed the incident to alleged negligence on the part of the hotel management, noting that other delegates had previously complained about the elevator's poor condition. The body of Ginsau has been taken for autopsy, and police investigations are ongoing to determine the exact circumstances surrounding the incident. Meanwhile, the party continues to await the outcome of the investigation to provide clarity on the tragic events. The International Human Rights Commission, IHRC, Global Nigeria Zone, has called for increased public awareness on the importance of understanding the roles of the legislature in Nigeria as part of the effort to strengthen democracy and promote good governance. The organization noted that a proper understanding of legislative functions is key to ensuring transparency and justice in the country. However, the Nigeria Zonal Chairman of the organization, Ambassador Abdullahi Adamu Bakoji, stated that both lawmakers and citizens have critical role to play in sustaining democracy. He therefore emphasized that elected representatives must truly reflect the will of the people and carry out their responsibilities within integrity and accountability. Meanwhile, the group also urged lawmakers to focus on enacting laws that address the needs of ordinary citizens, thoroughly scrutinize the national budget, and effectively oversee government activities to curb corruption. According to the organization, these responsibilities are essential to achieving effective governance. On the part of citizens, the IHRC encouraged active participation by monitoring the performance of elected representatives and asking questions where necessary, while also exercising their democratic right peacefully. The group also warned that failure by lawmakers to perform their duties, as well as lack of public accountability, could weaken democracy, and called on all stakeholders to play their roles in building a nation founded on truth, justice, and unity. The African Democratic Congress ADC has alleged that the ruling All Progressive Congress APC is planning to sponsor protests against the party under the leadership of David Mark. The party's National Publicity Secretary, Bolaji Abdullahi, made the claim via his social media platforms, stating that the alleged move is aimed at destabilizing the opposition. According to Abdullahi, after failing to use the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to frustrate the party, the APC and its agents have now resorted to organizing protests. He therefore emphasized that the APC will not be distracted, maintaining that the party remains focused on its responsibilities to Nigerians and continue to operate within the law. However, he added that the party will resist any such action through lawful means. Abdullahi also called on Bola Ahmed Tinubu to caution those allegedly involved, warning that failure to do so could escalate tensions. You are still watching GCMX Africa News. Stay tuned as we come back shortly. Welcome back. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu visited the city of Jos on Thursday, following a deadly attack that occurred last Sunday, which claimed the lives of more than 25 people. The president said the purpose of his visit was to sympathize with the families of those who lost their lives. The visit comes 4 days after the attack, during which the president cancelled a planned trip to Ogun State and other states meant for infrastructure, business and economic development activities. Plateau State, where Jos is located, has long been plagued by conflict linked to ethnic and religious differences, as well as clashes between herders and farmers. However, no group has claimed responsibility for the recent attack. Therefore, authorities imposed a 2-day curfew on Monday to restore calm, but violence reportedly flared up again on Wednesday in Angwa-Rukuba area after the restriction was eased. Motorists were stranded on Wednesday as youth staged a peaceful protest along the Benin to Lagos highway over what they describe as widespread hardship in the country. The protesters said their grievances included the hike in petrol pump prices, irregular power supply, poor road condition, and the high cost of food items, among other challenges. However, they called for urgent government intervention to address rising food prices, unemployment, and the increasing cost of living. Therefore, the youths blocked the busy highway at the Oluko axis, displaying placards with messages such as "No to petrol hike," "No to Bat Road," and "APC must go." The protest led to heavy traffic congestion, forcing many passengers to abandon their vehicles and trek to their destinations. And now we move to the foreign scene. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has confirmed that its forces shot down a Hermes 900 combat drone. The military said the drone was intercepted in the airspace over the city of Shiraz on the Thursday morning. The conflict involving Iran, the United States, and Israel continues to intensify, with all sides exchanging missile strike and drone attack. However, a spokesperson for the Iranian military warned that the United States and Israel will pay the price for the escalating tension caused by their action. The spokesperson also stated that Iran will intensify its attack following remarks by Donald Trump, who reiterated his intention to continue strike against Iran in the coming weeks. However, in a statement reported by Tasnim News Agency and Fast News Agency, the spokesperson said the two countries lack a full understanding of Iran's military strength and capabilities. He added that Iran's weapons production is taking place in location completely unknown, dismissing claims by Trump that the country's military resources are significantly depleted. To end the news, a recap of the major item. You heard that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu visited Plateau State to sympathize with residents over the recent crisis in the state. You also heard that the African Democratic Congress accused the All Progressive Congress of attempting to disrupt its activities. You also heard that the International Human Rights Commission called for the continued public awareness on the role of the legislature to strengthen democracy. And on the foreign scene, you heard that Iran warned that the United States will pay the price after announcing plans to continue attack against Iran. This news comes to you live from our studio at GCMX Africa, Kano, Nigeria. You can also follow us through our social media handles at GCMX Africa, or through our streaming platform, or through our radio garden at GCMX Africa. Once again, I'm Hamza Adamu saying goodbye for now.